Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we are doing a full body flow, so find some space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today in just a nice comfy seat. And if we can place our hands or fingertips on the ground beside us, let's do that. Gently press into them to bring some length into your spine. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears and you can close your eyes at any time. But just take a slow breath in and out. And do that again, just a nice slow, conscious breath in and out. And then one more time. Slow breath in and a slow breath out. Nice, you guys. We're going to use a little bit bigger of an inhale to reach our right arm out to the side and up above us and then lean over. You can walk your left fingertips away from you till your arms a bit straighter, and then if you can push into the fingertips, reach up, lean over, maybe lift your chin up too, but feel the nice side stretch as you try to drop your right glute and hip and you push into your left fingertip, creating as much length as you can from your right hip to your right fingertips. And then using an inhale, can you lift back up, reset, rest your fingertips of both of your hands on the ground, lengthen the spine, soften the shoulders. Just taking another breath here, notice how you feel right now. And then let a deeper breath in. Reach your left arm out, up, and over. Walk your right fingertips away until the arm's pretty straight, and then push into them. Reach up, reach over. Maybe lift your chin too. Maybe try to drop your left glute this time. Down towards the ground as you feel that nice side stretch. Awesome work, you guys. Let's use an inhale to come on up. Reset, sit tall. Your hands could move to your knees this time, though, maybe your lap. Close your eyes once again, though, and then you can lift your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them back and down, and just taking another moment here to pause, to scan your body, to notice any sensations that are starting to flow throughout you. When it feels right, you can open up your eyes, looking down in front of you. We're going to move into tabletop to our hands and knees. Once you are there, spread your fingers a little bit wider. Maybe give your hips a little sway side to side too. And then tuck your toes under and lift your knees up to downward facing dog. Push into your hands a little bit more. Maybe pedal the feet a few times too. And then looking at your feet, can you start to walk your hands back towards them? Take little steps with your hands. Let the heels drop down. The feet are flat on the ground as you keep walking your hands towards your feet until you get all the way there. Bend the knees a little and take an inhale to lift the chest, half lift, long spine, and exhale to fold. Plant your hands and walk them back towards the top of the mat until you're in downward facing dog again. Push into your hands a little more. Maybe try to float your toes as you drop your heels down. Take a nice big inhale. Let's start to look forwards. And as you exhale, walk your feet this time all the way up to the top of your mat. As many steps as that you would like to get there. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, fold forwards. Take an inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up. As you exhale, lower your arms to your sides. Take a shoulder roll. As you inhale, reach up and exhale, fold. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, folding forwards, take an inhale to come all the way up again. Reach on up. Exhale, lower your arms. A shoulder roll if you want one. And inhale as you reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, folding forwards to plant your hands and walk your feet back to downward facing dog. Push into your hands a little. Look to your feet again, but move them to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes in slightly. Push into your hands. And then maybe we'll walk or reach. Bring your right hand towards your left foot or leg. Maybe turn your chest a little. Look to the left too. Push the heels down. Maybe float the toes up. And then using an inhale to bring your right hand back to the top and take your left hand and reach for the right foot or the leg. A little twist, maybe opening the chest, turning the gaze to the right. Maybe trying to float your toes again as you drop your heels. And then using an inhale to bring your left hand back to the top of your mat, push into both of your hands, look to the feet or between them, and start to walk your hands back all the way until you reach the back of the mat, and then using an inhale to lift halfway up. As you exhale, fold again to plant your hands and walk your hands back to the top. Pushing into them. Once you get there, your downward dog with some wide feet. Let your head be a little heavier, and then using an inhale to look forwards. As you exhale, we're going to walk our feet up. You can bring them closer together along the journey there. Maybe they come side by side, nice and close. Once you reach the top of your mat, though, take an inhale to lift halfway up. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching up, and exhale. Lower your arms down to your sides. Take a shoulder roll if you want one. And an inhale to reach up. As you exhale, folding forwards. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, fold down to plant your hands. And this time we'll take just our left foot back. Setting up a lunge. Now let's bring our knee down to start. We're going to heel toe our foot over towards the right, setting up a lizard lunge, but you can keep your knee down or you can lift it. Sink into your hips. The right foot on the edge of the mat. If your hands are under your shoulders, down the inside of that foot. Now we might twist from here. Whether your knee is on the ground or not, doesn't matter, but your left hand, bring it to the edge of your mat too. Take a turn of the chest toward the right. Maybe reach up as well. And if you have your back knee lifted, wake that leg up, squeeze it. Use it to hold you in place. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, come out of your twist. Move your hands under your shoulders. If your knee is up, lower it and relax. Maybe stay on your hands or maybe lower to your forearms, but stretch your hips. Open your hips a little bit more. Now, let's see you guys take another breath here. If you're on your forearms, you can come back up onto your hands. Maybe we'll tuck our toes and lift the knee again. We're going to take our front foot, that right foot, all the way back to downward facing dog. Now replant the feet so they're hip width apart. Push into your hands, maybe pedal the feet too. And then using an inhale to look forwards. As you exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale into a half lift once you get there, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale all the way up to standing, reaching up. Exhale as you lower your arms to your sides, and you can add a shoulder up and take an inhale to reach back up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forwards to plant your hands and taking your right foot back. So let your knee come down to start. Heel toe your foot to the left. And then if you want to pick your back knee up, you can. If you are, wake it up though, squeeze it. It's strong, it's supporting you. And if your knee's on the ground, you can soften a little bit more. But should you want to twist, bring your right hand to the edge of your mat too. Take an inhale as you turn to the left. Open up, maybe reach up. And keep a little squeeze for that back glute and leg if you've got your knee lifted. Stay for an inhale, and as you exhale, come out of your twist, move your hands back in, and let your knee come down if it's up. Rest on the top of the foot as well. Stay on your hands or lower to your forearm. So you can take another breath here. Start to climb back up onto your hands if you're not already there. Maybe you'll tuck your back toes and lift the knee again. But bring your left foot, your front foot all the way back to your downward facing dog. You might pedal your feet a few times. Shake it out a little bit. But then we're going to move our feet out wide again. Now you could go mat width or you could go a little bit wider than that. Toes turning forwards, maybe even in slightly, pressing into your hands. You can walk your hands back towards the feet or between the feet, and then use an inhale to lift halfway and exhale to fold forwards. And just pause here for a moment in your forward fold. Maybe you've got your feet nice and wide. You could reach for them or let your arms dangle. You could hold your elbows. Feel the length through your legs as you let your upper body be heavy. Take another breath or two. You can bend your knees a little. You can lift the chest up, maybe push into your hands, a half lift. And then if we can walk our hands back up towards the top of our mat, and if we can step our feet back in together, maybe all the way together, push into your hands. Let your head, your chest get heavy, your downward facing dog. Maybe your feet are together. You could try to float the toes. Awesome, you guys. Drop your toes, lift your heels, and bend your knees as you bring them all the way down to the ground. You can cross your ankles and take a seat, bringing your legs in front of you, or you can hug your knees. Take a rock or a sway side to side. Just checking in. How are you feeling in this moment? Now we're going to lean back a little bit and bring our left foot on top of the right quad. So seated figure 4. Flex your left foot. Bend your right leg as much as you'd like so you feel a stretch for that left leg. Now you can stay here, seated, leaning back a bit, or we can try to tip our legs over to the left, and you might also want to come down onto your left forearm. Still flexing that foot, tipping the legs over, still in that figure 4 shape. If you feel good here, you can stay. If this foot feels like it can move slightly, you might just bring it a little bit closer towards your hip crease, kind of the inner thigh, top of the thigh area. Relaxing the ankle a little bit. If your right foot feels like it could float, bringing your foot a little closer towards your shoulder, your chest, it's kind of like a half lotus shape with that left leg, but you could hold on to your right knee, or you could hold on to your right foot. Now, if you've got your right foot lifted, if you've tipped your figure 4 over, slowly make your way back. Right foot on the ground. Move your left foot back towards your knee. Tip yourself back up and over so that you're in your nice seated figure 4 again. And then we can uncross our legs. And you can sway the knees side to side a few times, shake it out a little bit, and we'll switch sides. Right foot, left quad. Leaning back, flex that right foot, stretch your glutes. A great place to be and to stay. Should you want to tip your legs over though, it's nice to come down onto the forearm. Tip the legs. Stay here, still flexing the foot. Your foot's pretty close to the knee, just on top of the quad though. Great place to be, to stay. If the foot does have some space to move though, you might tuck it in a little closer towards your hip crease. Check in that everything's still happy. The ankle, the knee, the hip. Maybe you'll hold on to your left knee, hugging things in a little tighter. Maybe the foot ends up in your hand too. But slowly starting to come back the way you came. Foot to the ground, other foot to the figure 4 shape, lifting up, leaning back, seated figure 4, and then you can uncross your legs. Give the knees a hug or a squeeze, and you can lay down on your back. Once you're down, you might hug your knees to your chest, sway side to side. And then you can bring your feet down to the ground. You might let your knees fall out wide, or you might keep your knees together. Maybe you'll rest your hands on your belly, closing your eye. Letting it all go. Feeling the ground beneath you. Your legs are bent right now, maybe in the diamond shape. You can start to send them out long, out wide. Maybe move and adjust a little bit more so that you're comfy. As always, I encourage you to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your day, and until next time, namaste.